Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Realm of Gods is a very fun team, right? Definitely, you know, all the different god characters. Nowadays, Dragon Ball Super really has become, I mean, regardless of how people feel about it or want to discuss it or whatever, if they're dropping characters in Dokkan, in Legends, in, I don't know, maybe like fighters, something like that, I feel like typically there's going to be most excitement around Super. Super is just the most popular. It's just how it is. So Super is going to be continuing finally. It's going to be a huge revitalization to Dragon Ball in its entirety. I absolutely cannot wait for Super to come back. Now, they chose, unfortunately, I think this was a bad decision, but let me, expand upon that. They chose to have one of the anniversary, it does seem as though Dokkan themselves, they cared a lot more about Part 2 than Part 1, right? I think we can all agree to that. And they chose to make one of the teams Realm of Gods, right? One of the anniversary leader skills. And they did not exactly give that much to Realm of Gods. We got a couple of buffs, right? There's some time-limited buffs right now for, like, AGL UI Goku in Evolution Blue Vegeta. We, of course, did end as well with the amazing, wonderful, super easy for Int UI Goku. This is fantastic. Int UI Goku is very, very good. But we have the Dragon Ball Super remake coming in at probably 7 months from now. October probably is when I expect to see the Dragon Ball Super remake, right? So I think with the Dragon Ball Super remake on the horizon, we don't need to spam, like, early Dragon Ball Super characters leading up to it, right? We don't need any more ROF Blues. We don't need God Goku. None of these characters, I think, need to be, like, pushed into the game until we actually get the huge drop that we're waiting for, which is Dragon Ball Super Remake. But, unfortunately, they picked Realm of Gods as a team. The thing about Realm of Gods is it's essentially exclusively Dragon Ball Super characters outside of a few characters like Supreme Kai and Kibito, and, of course, Kibito Kai. Grand Supreme Kai right here is another one from Dragon Ball Z. There's very few god characters that aren't Dragon Ball Super, though. It is crazy how this is almost, essentially a Dragon Ball Super category. Pretty much most of the characters. I guess we do have Shen here. He's from OG Dragon Ball, right? But for the most part, again, these characters are pretty much all from Dragon Ball Super. So now it's like I would rather Dokkan chill with Realm of Gods characters until we are going to be getting, Dragon Ball Super Remake. But then at the same time, do I want, like, Physical UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta? Do I want them to not have a team that's buffed for months in a row? So it's just, I don't know. I do think it would be better if they waited for Dragon Ball Super characters. I mean, maybe, best case scenario would be they don't really push power creep that much. Although, I don't know, like they did with a really nasty fight, the Jiren fight, and then they took it away. So it's hard to say what's going to happen. But do we think that the meta, as I use air quotations, is going to be the same in October? I would say no. But we'll see how things are going to look, right? So, let's just go ahead and jump into a fight. I'm not really sure which fight we'll do. Probably going to want to try some... one of the Ari Red Zone stages or Ari Supreme Magnificent Battle stages because they go away in 1 week. So, I really should almost exclusively just do content on those stages for the next week since they go away, maybe forever. I bet you those stages and Jiren will come back at some point, maybe during GDC, but we'll see. So, alright guys, let's go ahead and hop on in. We'll go into one of these new tough fights. I know what fight we'll do. Alright guys, let's head on in just like this. We'll use this setup. We are going into a tricky fight, but we are going to go into a tricky fight that I'm going to give us a good matchup in. So we're going to be fighting the 17s right here. The secret for these boys is the dodge.
ーパーサイヤ人ゴッドを超えた姿だ。お互い目いっぺいやろうぜ。
Alright, Alright, remember, the thing with the 17s, their crit ignores 100% dodge. Or, excuse me. It ignores 100% defense. So we need to dodge here. We need to be dodging. Taking these hits is not the best way to do this, so that's what I mean. I took us... Usually with these team showcases these days, I feel as though I have been taking us into brutal fights, bad matchups for the team. How about today we go for a good matchup for the team? Alright, now, I probably would want to float the ROF Blues, but let's maximize our potential with Blue Vegeta and Slap Through right there. I love the battle motion. I do wish, like, Int UI had the UI Goku battle motion, but unfortunately he didn't get it. Alright, remember, UI is 100, or 90, 90. He has 90% dodge on this initial turn, so we're probably not going to see him get hit. Next turn, his dodge is going to be a lot worse, but we are going to have a UI Goku in slot 7, which will buff his dodge up to a very good, like, level, right? So we'll be looking good. That's going to work for the ROF Blues as well to really help them. 35 million we open with. Okay, not bad. We'll take it. We'll take it. And remember, Goku, you know, he builds up. So let that boy build up for us, and we'll see where it's going to take us. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So far, we haven't been hit, which is good. Let's just keep that up as long as we can. Yeah, good crits, dude. Damn, quad super turn 1. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. ROF Blues showing out right away. That's super good for us. Okay, cool. Yup, good. Oh my god, that damage. Because they ignore 100% defense again. Unfortunately, there's a lot of attacks at Blue Vegeta back here, so hopefully he's dodging as well. Hopefully. We are doing a huge amount of damage, though. Remember, I think this Blue Vegeta is quite good. Alright, we're okay. We're okay. Oh. Okay. Perfect.
少しつかめてきた気がするぞ。身勝手の極意。
身勝手の極意はカカロットがやればいい。俺は俺のやり方で貴様に勝つ。
All right, so how are we looking here? So we do have UI Goku with 100% dodge, and we could save UI's 100% dodge as well. Yeah, because I mean, if okay, so who else is gonna be there? Blue Vegeta. I mean, you know what I actually care to do here? Hold on. Blue Vegeta has no Ki Blasts. What about UI Goku? I don't remember this off the top. Oh, his EX Super is. Yeah, I'm gonna use UI Goku right now. Hell yeah. Let's start with UI Goku. That's a good idea right here. Because remember, Super 17, once we get to Phase 2, he has 100% chance to block our Ki Blast Supers. So, we don't want to deal with that bullshit. Hell no. Alright, so we have HL UI Goku with his 100% dodge. That's going to be very good for us. This 18 key will give us some 2-turn crit. And then next turn, I'm definitely going to want to have UI Goku out to give us the extra dodge chance for super easy AUI, as well as the ROF Blues. EX? Hell yeah. I guess I could have turned on the one-time speed for the EX Supers, but it doesn't really feel that good, I would say, right? It doesn't. I think if a character is going to have an EX Super in their initial showcases, I'll do the EX speed, one-time speed. But other than that, I do think, I mean, I don't know, maybe if the voice, like, there's a lot of voice lines in it, Goku's is probably the best, right? Where it actually does the you know, Kamehameha. Although I do like Vegeta's Final Shine as well. Alright, so, let's definitely do UI Goku right here. That will give Int UI and the ROF Blues a better chance at dodging. Although, you're not a Ki Blast, you're not a Ki Blast. This guy does have Ki Blast, though. Keep that in mind. Unfortunately, Super 17 is only doing one attack right away. We do not want the EX. Bro, how often do we fail the EX Super? All of us collectively. Every run, right? Fail it, UI. Because if he gets the EX Super proc, he buffs Super 17. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Thanks. Thanks, bud. Thanks for buffing the fuck out of him right there. Alright, now the rest of his attacks, we can actually penetrate Super 17. Most of our team is dodge, which is great for the first phase. And we're not, like, super heavy when it comes to Ki Blast Supers, I think, on most of the team, right? Let me see. So, Blue Goku, his 18 Ki is a Ki Blast, but then the rest are melee. Vegeta, his 18 Ki is not a Ki Blast, but his additional supers are, huh? Blue Vegeta. That's not going to be until turn 5, but looks like we're going to get there. Alright, we'll get some stacks with in UI, which is good. Next turn, he'll have 100% dodge and a scouter, so that'll be really good for us. Good crit right there. Normal, unfortunately. No stack. Okay. Physical UI is giving massive dodge chance to him. Super 17 might one-shot Int UI there, unfortunately. Int UI might have gotten one-shot if he wouldn't have dodged. So that's where, you know, once we go into Mastered UI, like full UI, like we'll be looking good, but he wasn't there yet. Damn, really good for Blue Goku so far, right? Tons of supers for him. Double digits, nice. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, we'll drop this. No reason in the world not to.
オラは別に正義のヒーローでもなんでもねえ。今度な仲間を傷つけるやつは許さねえぞ。
覚悟しろ。神の極意など俺には必要ない。これがサイヤ人の力だ。
God damn, does that do enough damage, Vegeta? What the fuck? Okay. Super 17, he's tricky with the way he's set up. With the Ki Blast blocking, you know, the guaranteed crits that the 17s have. But, I mean, again, that Realm of Gods is a really good matchup for this, as we can see right here. We're probably going to take most of his health away here, huh? If not the whole thing. We could maybe he lives with a sliver and we finish him off with STR Vegito Blue. Because the Father-Son Gallic Gun will get blocked. That's a Ki Blast. We could use the Vegito Blue active. That's not a Ki Blast. Alright, good damage by Vegeta right here. Yep, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, okay. I think Super 17 will just barely live. But I think we might be able to finish with a Vegito Blue Cinema KO screen, which would be so fire. Alright, we get this. Oh, damn, we got the hidden potential system additional super. Nah, he's probably dead. We just fucking blitzed his ass. Okay. Again, this fight can be tricky, but... I mean, we just mogged him. I guess, I mean, maybe if AGL UI Goku doesn't dodge, but he does have true type advantage in here. Oh, no additionals from that kid. Okay. Oh, Super Easy A Blue Vegeta. Really good Super Easy A we got. Okay. Second super right here, but he's getting stronger. Mm-hmm. You're done, bud. Yeah, you're out of here. Damn! Cooked his ass. I mean, the RE fights aren't the craziest, but still, that was nice domination right there. So, I guess as we end this video, I will repeat one of the major things I usually do go over here, when it comes to these category teams. I mean, remember, the Realm of Gods team has got a lot of juice that we're going to be getting moving forward, right? There is huge, like, unbelievable level buffs coming to Realm of Gods. I mean, we have not done Blue Gogeta in quite a while, by the way, right? And there is no turn 1 Blue Gogeta, which is criminal, by the way, because you can't use him as your profile pick. A very good solution Dokkan should do, right, is to allow you to use any art of a kid. Like, once you own the character, you could use, like, any art of them. So, like, for this character, like, let's just use this unit as an example, right? You could choose to put the SSR, the TUR, the LR, or the transformed LR. Easy. It's very easy. I know they could do it, too. So there's that right there. Gogeta Blue, obviously. Rose, believe it or not, we still don't have, like, a super good animation of him transforming into Rose, which will be awesome when they finally give it to us. Because remember, this guy, I mean, his animation, you know, was cool back when he came out in 2018. But I mean, it's now been 8 years, and we need a real transforming Rose animation for sure. Beerus just needs like a solo Carnival LR with the Hakai. He needs like a really top tier character. Beerus is a character I think Dokkan overall hasn't respected enough, considering his stature in the series. And I mean, just all these characters are eventually going to be getting redos and stuff with the Dragon Ball Super remake, right? We're getting all these guys again. So, I can't wait. I can't wait for the Dragon Ball Super remake. I can't wait to see how it's going to impact Dokkan. Chat, let me know what you guys think about the Realm of Gods category. This team, once Dragon Ball Super remake starts, the Realm of Gods team is going to be good basically at all times moving forward. Right? Like, because not only are most of the hero characters Realm of Gods in Dragon Ball Super, but the villain of Battle of Gods is Realm of Gods. The villain in the Future Trunks arc, all of them are Realm of Gods. The villain in the Eternal Power is Realm of Gods, both Toppo and Jiren, right? And then I guess to be fair, there's not a Realm of Gods enemy in Superhero or Broly, but there's a Realm of Gods enemy in Moro arc. Oh yeah, there is. Oh yeah, there is. So, bright future for the Realm of Gods category. Chat, let me know what you angels think, and I'll catch you guys next time.